Good afternoon, collective. I am QUAN. The tornado warning has passed. Obviously, somebody in this area think God is playing with them, but they not. They just waiting to strike. So keep it up. I ain't worried about no tornado, but them folks out there doing black magic better be. Now, somebody on somebody's mother's side of the family thought that from a very young age, the answer to all their problems would just be to be. Everything is working out. Everything is working out for me, working out for me, working out for me. Okay. I hope y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Thank you, Nene Do 111. Welcome. Okay. I am QUAN, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. We just had a tornado warning, but it's already passed right over here where I live. Now, obviously, somebody don't know. They better be careful playing with ancestral fire and God because, hey, they ready to strike at any minute. keep it up. Now, somebody on someone's mother's side of the family thought that the answer to all their problems at a very young age would be just to become rich because they felt like money could solve their problems. And I've been instructed to grab the root chakra cards from Love of the Highest Vibration to do this reading with. Now, the first thing they wanted me to address and talk about is what rich is. What is the definition of the word rich? How many synonyms can we think of for the word rich? And how is the word rich used in, I guess, the English language? Some people think rich is a whole bunch of money, private jet, red carpet, limousine service. But how else do we use the word rich? When we describe Southern food, a lot of times, a lot of people will say they stay away from Southern food. It's delicious, but it's rich. So rich can be described as something that is full, right? Something that is full, something that is good and full, just like rich food, like some dressing on Thanksgiving. Oh my God, it tastes so good, but it's just so rich. This macaroni and cheese is rich. This cheesecake is rich. You understand? The word rich also talks about something being full and concentrated of something that's really good to you. Okay. It doesn't only talk about money, just like when people are talking about an expression or someone talking, they can be like, oh, that's rich. That's rich, because you said something that's fancy or you said something that was very witty. Oh, that was rich of him. You understand? The word rich describes something that is full. Now, it does not only talk about money. Fullness can mean having a full and complete life. That can mean some people think that a rich wedding means that you have enough money to rent out a big church or hall and buy expensive shoes and dresses for all your bridesmaids and fancy foods, and everything is very, very expensive. But you don't understand there's another definition of rich here, meaning something is full. And rich can also mean that you had a wedding whereby all of the cakes were made by the hands of your grandmother or your great aunt, who knows how to cook and put love into her cooking. And she cooked with her whole heart, and only her food tastes this way. No one can cook for me but my grandmother. Rich can also mean that, your auntie that sewed clothes, she personally handmade all of the dresses, and she did it with love. It's a bit ability and a skill she made to have the people that love you and care for you and support you and your marriage, to have them all around you, bringing their positive energy, to have the love from your mother, the love from your father, the contributions of things that came from their heart, the cooking, the food at your wedding. These things are rich, very, very rich, very saturated. Rich is saturated, full, okay? Even with the man, wedding is for man and woman, but even looking from a man's standpoint, rich Rich can mean that you can provide your family, your wife, your children with a roof over their head, food on the clothing, and nobody goes without. It doesn't have to be name brand, this, that, and the other, but the food that comes out that house is the top flight. Better than anything you can pay for at a restaurant. You understand? Your children are healthy, 10 toes, 10 fingers. They're very intelligent, smart. They're very active, athletic, and they know how to love and care for each other. And it's a functional family. And your wife loves you and won't backstab and betray you. And your children are in line and have order. And they're obedient and they're intelligent and they're learning in school. They make mistakes, but at the end of the day, you have a close, tight family, and you're all able to function and enjoy and have healthy relationships with each other. That is rich. Do you understand? That is rich. Rich is not always having an abundance of money to buy whatever you want, because it does not equal to happiness and satisfaction that is forever enduring. It might give you a temporary high or dopamine hit from a new shiny object or a new experience that you can afford. But after a while, it's going to wear off. Yes, you can get a new car and then another new car, but then it'll wear off and you need the next thing to keep giving you these highs. The long lasting high is when you're living a whole lifestyle of enrichment and love everlasting with your family, your children. Rich is when you have a sister that you can go on vacation and leave your kids with and trust that she's going to protect them with your life and love on them like they're her own children. And y'all are at peace with each other. And you in turn will watch her kids as well because y'all have a good relationship. And you don't ever have to worry about having an outsider of the family watching your children. That's rich. Do you understand? That's what rich is. Rich is having a functional family, loving, that's healed, that's not emotionally, physically, spiritually abusing each other. Rich is when you have a lifestyle that's healthy, not meaning you could just buy whatever you want, but you actually are healthy 100% around, for all the way around. You understand? Not just by materialistic things, but you're healthy, spiritually healthy, emotionally healthy, physically healthy. You understand? And financially healthy. But in all areas, that's what rich is. So whoever this family member of yours is, this can be a man or a woman that wants your forgiveness, okay? Because you're a person that's of service. That means you act not in self-interest. The type of lifestyle that you live is in the interest of how it benefits. The way you move is in such a way that you're thinking of other people and not thinking of yourself, okay? Because you're very disciplined. You're of service, humor, growth. You can laugh at yourself, laugh at your mistakes, laugh at your pitfalls. And when you come up, either way, someone wants your forgiveness, okay? This person might have a very detached, distant attachment style due to unhealed childhood issues, okay? Now, very quickly, whoever this person is, they wanted me to talk about this before I pull those cards. The root chakra is speaking, it's all the way at the base of your spine, okay? It's connected to your sexual organs, okay? When your root chakra is out of balance, you can have physical issues in your feet, in your legs, in your sexual organs, or any organs that are connected to your sexual organs, okay? Now, that is connected to your need for safety, food, water, shelter, the things that you need to survive and live a rich life in this physical realm, okay? When that is threatened, sometimes you can become reactive, especially at a very young age. When you're older and it is threatened, you can get therapy for whatever is threatening it and go on with your life if you're in an energy of reflecting instead of projecting. But when you are a child or a pre-teenager and something is threatening your food, your water, your shelter, love, emotional safety, when you're a child and something threatens that, you don't yet know how to self-reflect. Children don't know how to self-reflect. That's why it's all gimme, 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 me. It's all about me. You understand? Until they get to a certain age. They're not in the energy of self-reflection. They're all in the energy of doing for me. And because of that, children will project. And because of that, somebody might have been damaged as a child, either due to poverty, not having a stable home environment, not having consistent, healthy foods to eat or meals provided for them, roof over their head, emotionally safe, physically safe, from sexual abuse, from physical abuse, verbal abuse. Somebody's safety was threatened in some kind of a way as a child before they could process it. And as a result of that, it caused this person to think whatever this person's trauma is, it made them believe that money would be the solution to all their problems. If I'm just rich, if I was just rich, and this could mean they didn't grow up wealthy, whoever I'm talking about. If I just grew up rich, I wouldn't have any of these problems, is the mentality that they gravitated toward. Again, your root chakra is feminine energy, feeling stable and secure. Your healthy survival instinct, dependable, reliable, responsible, a sense of belonging, feeling grounded and connected to yourself and to others, the ability to care for yourself, and the drive to live. A lot of people that don't have the drive to get out there to work hard or to do the things they need to sustain a roof over their head and food on their table oftentimes have a very imbalanced root chakra. A lot of people that are very unstable, that might move around a lot in their life. So Holy Spirit, and say you grew up in poverty or didn't have a stable home, or it was always an issue where y'all are on eviction notice or whatever the case may be, or you just felt unsafe around the people you grew up around, emotionally unsafe, or sexual abuse, physically unsafe. Okay. Whatever the issue was with this person on your mother's side, they decided that money would be their only solution. And this person started searching for ways and trying to devise a plan to become rich, because they felt like money would buy me safety. Money, and yeah, you can pay for a place to keep you safe. But I feel like it's more than just a physical roof over their head. The type of unsafety they experience, I'm feeling like, is more than just a roof over your head. I feel like it had to do with the people around them. They might have been preyed on in some kind of way, or abused in some kind of way where they didn't feel safe. Now, with that, money can't solve that issue. That's not something that money can solve, but they thought it could. Okay. And the reason money can't solve that problem is because if somebody did something to you physically, to assault you, verbally, emotionally abuse you, psychological abuse, narcissistic gaslighting, sexual abuse, those type of abuses create conditioning of the brain and of the mind. You understand? So even if you grow up and become rich and wealthy, you're still going to, due to the wounds and the conditioning of your mind, attract a certain type of energy to you, because that's your comfort zone and you don't know any difference. And you don't know that that's what you're attracting. And those are the experiences you're going to continue to attract because of the conditioning of your mind. So there's no amount of money that you can spend to balance that root chakra. That comes through therapy, self-reflection, and healing your childhood wounds. So Holy Spirit, what do you want me to say about whoever this person is? Verbal abuse, poor communicator. Let's go. All right. Tell me about this rich lady energy. Okay. So it says this is one sick fuck. So this person might have a bit of a twisted mind. All right. So whoever this person is, they might have a very sick and twisted mind. Okay. As a result of their abuse, that they thought that money could solve for them. Okay. They're overly emotional. Okay. They're very patient and intuitive. They know how to wait things out. This person is also a financial curse or disaster. They're not good with money. Okay. They see and like you only as a friend, and they have low self-esteem. This woman or man, and full of joy. Okay. Full of joy. Okay. They might even see you as a person that's full of joy. And they might have thought that all I need is money to experience that ecstasy and joy that you have. Whoever likes and sees you only as a friend. Or it could be that they feel like people only like and see them only as a friend, that they want that they want to see them as more. Okay, take it as it resonates. It could also be someone that in their love relationships want people to take them seriously and see them more than a friend, but be in love with them and have a certain type of energy for them, but people only like and see them as a friend. Okay, and then full of joy. All right. So I have patient, intuitive. We all have dark and light energy. I have patient and intuitive, full of joy. They like and see you only as a friend. Okay. Financial, curse or disaster. Okay. Overly emotional. This is somebody that might have a twisted mind. This is one sick fuck. They have low self-esteem and need to heal. Okay. Because they have some kind of distant, detached attachment style due to unhealed childhood issues. All right. All right. And what is the root chakra card that you want me to pull? Uh-oh. All right. Okay. Whoever this person is, on your mother's side of the family, it could be a man or a woman. I really honestly don't know at this point. Somebody has done spell work on their root chakra. Okay. Again, spell work on your root chakra. This person needs to adjust their diet. Okay. Right now, they have the spiritual loss of will. Okay. So they have a spiritual loss of will. They have a low or a lack of drive to live. See, that's what I talked about. That low or a lack of drive to live. Right now, this person is very disorganized. See, they're very disorganized, a low or lack of drive to live, spiritual loss of will, and someone did spell work on their root chakra. Okay. And they need to adjust their diet. And they're suggesting some stones: black obsidian, tourmaline, bloodstone, red coral, and mahogany. These are some stones that might help whoever this person is balance that root chakra. But the real work has to be done. The real work has to be done in reprogramming of their subconscious mind. Okay? Okay. Something is coming to an end for this person. It could be their family. Okay. I have fatality, the death card, and they're talking about an end to what they thought would manifest into a rich lifestyle. I feel like they did manifest some money and they did manifest a lifestyle, but that lifestyle is coming crashing down to an end right now for them. And because that lifestyle is coming crashing down to an end, whatever they did to obtain that lifestyle, it wasn't long lasting. That's why I say a lot of times, uh, the wise man built his house upon the rocks. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. Sand is shallow. Sand is very shallow and weak. When you build things with only sand and water, it's going to wash away. And it's the same thing with your foundation. When you build a false foundation off of shallow things like money, your looks, something very superficial, things that manifest bad karma that will come back and bite you in the butt, a dishonest lifestyle. These are shallow things that might get you a season or maybe even a decade, 10 years even, of obtaining wealth. But it's not going to be long lasting wealth that no one can take from you, especially if it's ill-gotten. This person is experiencing a debt to that lifestyle that they have manifested doing whatever they did, and they're going to have to get a job. They're going to have to get a job, maybe even a low-paying job, or several of them, to survive now. And that's why they have the spiritual loss of will to survive and feel disorganized, because they built something very shallow. Unexpected money, they're not going to get it. And I have love. Love in the reverse is the last card that came out and the first card that came out here. Okay. So it came out twice. There is a partnership that's ending for this person right now. Why their life is crashing down. Okay. And they want your forgiveness. So let's jump into this, because they know you're disciplined, and your discipline has to do with your shadow work. Your shadow work in balancing all the aspects of your character that would keep you grounded enough in reality, okay, to manifest and to have the patience to manifest the lifestyle you want for yourself. Meaning you got it the right way. You got it the right way. So no one can take it from you, because you didn't take it from anyone. You got it off of your own energy, your own sweat and blood. Whatever you got, you built off of your own shadow work, not trying to scheme anyone, scam anyone, steal anyone's energy, not off of your looks. Whatever you sustained in your life, even if you married and have a successful marriage that has you financially stable, it's because of your shadow work and who you are as a person, that you have a real love relationship that is lasting, because of the energy that you have, man or woman. Okay. However you sustain yourself, whether it's in a marriage that you're sustained, a healthy marriage and relationship because of your shadow work, okay, and you have a family, or if it's through a job, a career, a business, whatever you've obtained, it was off your own energy and doing things the right way, okay? And they want your forgiveness. So without further ado, what is the energy crowning this read? Holy Divine Spirit. We talk about greed and on love of the highest vibration, and how sometimes greed develops again out of fear. Because if you grew up missing things in poverty, and you had insecurities about how you looked, your appearance, and things like that, it can create insecurities in you, which means you don't feel emotionally safe with people, which later on you don't care about those people once you heal. But if you have insecurities because you grew up in poverty, it's going to put you in an energy of fear, and you might not have the highest self-esteem. So therefore, you figure money will be the solution, because you're going to have respect because of the things that you can buy that people will admire. And that's where your confidence is going to come from. And in actuality, your confidence actually comes from character building, developing a healthy personality. Some of the best people come out of the poorest situations because they had no other choice. So their personality, a real personality, a bright one, has developed, and character, had a high character, has developed a very high caliber of character out of their struggle. Poverty can either make the worst out of a person, bring the worst or the best out of a person. But some people, some of the best people, have character and personality from their struggle, where in other people it affected the wrong way. It either caused them to have low self-esteem or caused them not to care what anybody thought and stand on who they are. I don't have silver and gold, have I none, but I do stand on my 10 toes, on my personality and my character and my word and who I am. And people learn to love them for just that very thing. And that's how they move through life and grow and become wealthy over time, off of their character and personality, because that's all they had to go off of. They didn't have shiny things. Okay. Other people react in another way, where they become greedy for money because they have low self-esteem due to poverty. And when they become older, they feel like, if I don't always stay ahead of the gun, ahead of the bullet, and make sure I have plenty of money to keep buying things, to keep people impressed, so they'll like me, this is what I have become codependent on, for validation of my self-esteem, because I grew up in poverty. So now I need shiny things and to please people, so that I'm validated that I'm a good person, that people like me, that I'm likable, because of the materialistic things I have. And I don't want to fall behind. So I have to be greedy. And even when I have enough money, I have enough food, I have shelter over my head, it has to be something that everyone wants. It has to be better than better. And then I want more, because what if I run out? What if one day I don't ever want to give a chance for people to make fun of me again, like they did in childhood? I'm going to make sure that I'm never, ever close to that line of poverty again, where people ridicule me and affect my self-esteem. So I will bend the laws, universal and the ones here on earth, in the 3D, to get more money out of greed. Greed causes us to yield to temptation to cause imbalances and misfortune for others in order to obtain more than what we actually need. Okay. What is the energy crowning this read? So this person, they're the partnership that they had. They're the partnership that they had with somebody that is coming to an end. This person might have been practicing the dark arts even. They might have a Leo placement. They may have a Leo placement in their chart somewhere. I don't feel like it's their sun sign. They might have like a Leo rising or something, or they have a Leo placement somewhere in their chart. Okay. They're not getting their wish fulfillment right now, and they're no longer able to persevere or move forward. Okay. With this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse here. So they're no longer able to persevere or move forward in that lifestyle of greed. So this is someone that was practicing the dark arts, and because of their greed and thinking that having wealth and being rich would solve their childhood wounds, they turn to some kind of lifestyle, some kind of crime, or causing misfortune for others in order to obtain enough wealth so that whatever their self-esteem issues are, they could mend their wounds. Okay. But their obstacle is their criminal career is ending. So whatever this person was doing, their partnership is over. The Five of Wands reverse. They can't cause conflict and misfortune to anyone else in order to stay on top. So they're on the way back to the bottom now. Okay. Which means they're going to sink or swim. To swim means they're going to challenge through their, what is it called? It's a name I have for it. Transformation. It's a type of transformation you go through where there's a lot of pain. Okay. It's like a forced transformation. They're going to sink or swim. Either they're going to swim by facing transformative pain. Yes. They're about to go through a very dark season of their life of what I like to call transformative pain. It means that you would not sit down and self-reflect on your own. You would not go seek out therapy, or if you did, you refuse to self-reflect and deal with your childhood wounds and issues on your own. So now you're going to go through some form of physical or financial pain in your life that's going to put you into a place where you have no other choice but to confront whatever your issues are. Because if you don't, that pain is not going to let up, and it's going to stay on top of you. Okay. If you want to understand somebody, I helped someone out before that was going to be homeless and their children, and I allowed them to stay with me. And when they came to stay with me, they had a very nasty attitude, very disrespectful, a very entitled attitude. And in the end, when I told them they had to leave, they act like they was going to cut me and stab me with a knife. So the point I'm making is sometimes there are people in the worst situations that if, of course, you feel guided to help them, go ahead, help them. But even though the situation, oh my God, homeless with my children, but sometimes people are in the worst situations because they refuse to confront the truth about them. Some people are very, very nasty due to childhood trauma, and they project and they have an entitlement complex to the point of delusion. And until they confront that nastiness and entitlement complex of delusion, where everybody's supposed to serve them and kiss their behind, and they owe them something, they're going to stay in the state that they're in. And even if you go give someone like that a chance and opportunity to help them, they will display that same nasty behavior. Even if you gave them a job, that same nasty behavior, and they'll end up where they started. And that's why they can't raise above whatever type of pain they're in. whether it's homelessness or whatever, until they confront it. So transformative pain sometimes is bitter cold winters, homeless with your children, going from shelter to library to shelter, because you refuse to confront your demons. You understand? And that's the season this person's about to go through in their life. They're going to have to face their demons, or they're going to stay on the bottom of the wheel. What happened with this person in the recent past? All right. So recently, something big happened. There was some kind of very huge tower in their life that brought it all. I heard when it all falls down. There was some kind of tower in their life. Because they're very narcissistic. Narcissistic people, men or women, are people that have an entitlement complex to the point of delusion. And something came out about what they might have been doing to try to affect somebody in the Nine of Pentacles. Whoever you are, you might be very stable financially off of things that you built off of your own discipline and hard work. And you're single and you're very happy. And a secret came out about something that they were doing in secret behind your back to try to affect your stability and your ability to provide for yourself. And now something is not going to go in this person's favor. And they're accepting this tower. They can't push forward any longer. What did they do? This person was willing to do anything because none of the plans that they were hatching against you were working. This person kept doing things to you that were very reckless with this Knight of Wands reverse. This person was in some reckless behavior against you, who was coming up the ladder. They had more money than you. They were in a better position in their life than you financially. And it does not mean you didn't have the things that you needed. You have everything you need, but this person might have been doing things to you that were reckless, that could have been helping to build their own stability. And not just you. They might have been doing things to a whole lot of other people. And when they couldn't plan anything else against you, they did something extreme to win at all costs with that Five of Swords. Tell me more about the situation. All right. There may be somebody right now being very cold to this energy. Yeah, there you go. The Queen of Wands reverse. Whoever, yeah, the Lovers reverse. Okay, love in the reverse. They were in a partnership with possibly someone that's being very cold to them right now, that is separating from them, that doesn't want to work with them anymore. This person was very sexual. This person might have used their looks or their sexual energy a lot in a lower frequency to manifest things. The Queen of Wands reverse is someone that manifests in a low vibration using their sexual energy. Okay. It's going to be someone with low self-esteem that can't raise their consciousness and awareness above their lower chakras. So they're not operating out of creativity from they don't use their sexual energy to create anything with their mind or hard work. Their creativity doesn't go beyond being creative in the bedroom, whether it's a man, that gets money from wealthy women by being creative in the bedroom with them, or whether it's a woman that pops it on a handstand in the bedroom. That's the most they can do with their creativity. Okay, it doesn't go beyond. It doesn't that their consciousness doesn't go beyond the solar plexus chakra. Okay, they're very shallow, very superficial, very materialistic. Okay, and this person is holding up a boundary to them right now, right? Yeah, it looks like this person wants to move on and form another alliance with someone else. Tell me about this King of Swords energy. Tell me about what's going on with this King of Swords energy right here. Yeah, they didn't get the money they were expecting. So this is someone that's also very shallow. And this King of Swords energy is very shallow, very materialistic, okay, very superficial, okay. Birds of a feather do flock together. And the two of them were like a Bonnie and Clyde act, okay, regardless of what the sex is of either one of them. Now I have Gemini energy here. I have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. I have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy here. and I have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. Okay, I have Pisces energy here as well. Okay, and then I have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here. Okay, tell me about this, Holy Spirit. What happened with this person right now that's being very cold to them? This has to do with the money they didn't get. What's going on right now with this King of Swords energy? They can't recover. They let this person spend all their money, or they were getting money with this person, and now whatever they were doing, they're not getting a new start. The Fool card in the reverse. They're not going to get a brand new start in whatever their operation was, because something was a missed opportunity. We'll talk about that in just a second. With this fire sign, okay, so it's another fire sign here, but it was a missed opportunity. So see, if these people did the shadow work, let me explain, because these are people with broken thinking, the Four of Swords reverse. When they go into the reflection, they don't think about things the right way. And it's because they're unhealed. Okay, they have to release whatever they were trying to get away with doing to you. And let me explain. The Empress. There you go. You're right there. Because all their spell work just keeps on backfiring. The Magician in the reverse. See, let me explain something. Even with this Bonnie and Clyde couple being on demon time, with whatever partnership, I'm just going to call it a partnership. Okay, that Love in Reverse coming out 3 times now. Love in Reverse, it was the first card, the last card, and now it came out over here, the Lovers in the Reverse. It's a partnership. Even if these people's money was ill-gotten, and that's the thing about unhealed people, because they don't have their ducks in a row and they have not done shadow work, they're not connected to their intuition. So they're not planning for the future, like 10, 20 years down the line. Everything is short-lived with them. So while they're getting money, they're throwing it in the air. They're going on expensive trips. They're spending to impress people that don't care about them. So even when their criminal operation comes to an end, they didn't invest in anything that's going to last long term. They wasted all their money. And now these people are broke, because how can you have a career as a criminal and at the end of the career end up with nothing? What did you invest all that money you stole or scammed or schemed to get out of people? Whatever you invested in, where is it? That's my question. Even if you were a career criminal, where's the money? Why didn't you invest in real estate? Why didn't you invest? I'm not okay with ill-gotten money, but what I'm saying is, even if you did that, like The Godfather, even they invested and was trying to go clean. You understand what I mean? Even they were investing and trying to go clean and clean up the family name by investing in legal businesses when they wanted to walk away from the criminal lifestyle. They were only using it as something to anchor off of. You understand? They had an olive oil business. Y'all laughing at me talking about the Godfather movie, but hell, America was built off of criminals, bootleggers, and criminal activity, prostitution, brothels. And where do you think politicians and Donald Trump's daddy and all of them got their money from? Chattel slavery. It was built. This whole country is built off of criminal activity. But what did you invest that money in? Again, for you to be broke right now, how are you broke right now? Because, did he invest in baby oil? Janet Judd, did P. Diddy actually invest in baby oil? No, he did not. He should have invested in baby oil the way the Godfather invested in olive oil. Okay? He should have had his own oil. What should he have called it? Diddy oil. He should have invested in Diddy. It should have been called Diddy oil. Diddy diddle oil. You want to diddle? Make sure you diddy with Diddy diddle oil. But nonetheless, whoever these people are, they did not invest money wisely. That's what I don't I do understand why. Because of their insecurities, because they're unhealed and have low self-esteem and lack confidence, they have to keep up appearances. See, the beautiful thing about having self-esteem and self-confidence is you don't have to keep up appearances for nobody. And anybody that wants to challenge your appearance or your lifestyle or your home, whether or not, oh, that's a cheap house. Oh, child, please, you bought a house in that. Anybody that wants to challenge your lifestyle can kiss your ass. That's the thing about self-confidence and being very secure in who you are. You know, you don't have to explain to nobody why you bought some land out in the country with this type of house that's not that expensive, but you can do and get done what you want on that land, gardening or this, that. And you don't have to explain why you didn't invest in a gated community. Instead, you bought land you can grow food on. You don't got to explain that shit to no damn body. You don't have to explain to nobody where you buy your clothes, your style of dressing, because you're confident and no one will challenge you, because people that try to challenge you about who you are as a person, you know, it's because they are insecure and they're projecting their insecurities over you. Why aren't you doing what everybody else is doing? If you don't get the hell out my face, and then they go scatter like a roach. See, they can't stand in your light. These are people that wasted all of the money that they scammed and they stole. And now whoever this King of Swords energy that's holding a boundary to this Queen of Wands reverse energy, they can't recover financially. How did you invest your money? In showing off, in trying to keep everybody, all the low vibrational, low self-esteem, lacking confidence, friends and family and people you're connected to happy by trying to look good before you're actually doing good. And now everybody's going broke and don't have nothing. Is that what was done with the money? I'm telling you, when these people get to these seasons in their life, while you were working hard in your 20s and working hard in your 30s and working hard in your 40s, as things started falling into place for you, they start thinking back about conversations they had with you where you don't even dress like everybody else. Look at you. Your house isn't as nice as over here. Look at what you're not even driving what these people over here are driving. Look what they lease. Oh yeah, but I own my car and I don't have a car note. You know, people think back to the conversations that they had when people pulled them away and said, don't talk to this person. Don't be their friend. They're a loser. Look at them. They don't drive a new car. They don't have this. They don't invest in that. And then here you are 20, 30 years later, and these people literally might end up in shelters, homeless. Everybody's falling down. Go ahead and sell some of them old ass clothes that you invested all that money in 20 years ago. All that money you invested in sneakers. Go on and see how much money you can get for them right now. I hope you can buy groceries. You understand? These people that invested very poorly, that might have had conversations with y'all early on and didn't hang with you because you wasn't good enough for them, because you're too practical for them, right now are going to turn around and want your forgiveness. You understand? Because they were too busy trying to impress people that never cared about if they were going to be able to provide for their children or themselves years down the line. But because you are forward thinking, because you're forward thinking, you think 20 years down the line. You're not thinking about the present. Well, see, when you're having conversations with people about money and things of that, you're thinking of retirement. You're thinking 20 years from now. You're thinking, now I know countries go through recessions. You're the Joseph mind. You have a mind like Joseph, why he became the king of Egypt in the Bible, because he knew when to tell everybody during the time of plenty, now is the time to store grain, not to throw it up in the air at the Egyptian strippers, or not strippers, dancers, entertainers. Here, I'm throwing grain at you. I'm raining on you with this grain. No, that is the time that you start storing and preparing during the time of overflow, so that when you come to the time in years of famine, which are now, you would have things in place, and you can go into your stash and be like, whoo, this is going to sustain us until the weather balances out and we're able to grow crops again. Do you understand? We went through a time of plenty where you could quit a job, tell the boss to kiss your ass, and walk into another job the same day, making a great salary, literally, and then quit that job if you don't like it the next day and walk into another one. It was a booming economy many years ago where you were starting businesses, things were popping off, music careers were popping off, athletes and musicians, Hollywood was still a thing. It wasn't crashing down the way it is right now. You understand? Whoever you are a Joseph type minded person, the Joseph energy. You already knew in the time of plenty, that's the time to start saving, making wise investments. Search out stable situations for yourself in the future that you couldn't be knocked off of. Make sure you have ownership of things that you have, so that during a time of scarcity, of firing of federal jobs, that you have something that's not attached to a mortgage. You might have some vehicles that are paid off. You don't got to worry about. You're a person that thinks for the future, what's going to happen during the time when we don't have, because I understand ebb and flow. There are going to be times of plenty, but to equal that and balance that out, it's going to be time of less. Inflation is a thing. And because I know what inflation is, and I know at some point we're going to go through another inflation, I'm going to prepare for it right now. You're the ant. These were the grasshoppers. These people were operating as a grasshopper while they were laughing at you for being the ant who was saving and storing and saving money and not wasting a whole bunch of money on frivolous things. Now, if you got it, don't get me wrong. If you got it, God bless you. You probably deserve it. Okay? If you got it, you probably got some good karma, and God bless you. But if you don't got it like that, and you were still building, and you were busy flossing money and trying to look good to impress other people, and now you're on the downslope, struggling during this inflation, where eggs are $10 and oxtails are about $50 a pound. Child, what is this missed opportunity? What is it? Tell me about what this missed opportunity was. Okay. There might be someone that could have been very narcissistic that was connected to you. So you might know one or both of these people. Well, one is on someone's mother's side of the family. Okay. Someone missed an opportunity with you. Okay. You kicked someone out your energy completely because they were shallow and superficial. Okay. Because you got clarity that they was a narcissist. And they had a tower. So whoever this person, that's why they want your forgiveness. Whoever this person is on your mom's side of the family, even if it's a man or a woman that sent somebody toward you to catfish you for whatever goofy purpose they did that, they might be about to be homeless, because whoever you are, you have healed from any and everything anyone has ever done to you. And you're on top of the wheel and you're doing great right now. And it's only going to get better for you. It's only up from here. You start at the bottom and work your way to the top. They're about to be homeless. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And because they couldn't provide some results that they wanted. It was a missed opportunity for you to pair up with the narcissist. So they might have connected you with some kind of narcissistic energy that was supposed to take all your money in some demonic plot. Like, oh, go ahead with my brother or my sister or my cousin. She's stupid. He's stupid. And they got all that money. They got a savings account you can get access to. I don't know what the situation was, but they got some. They do well for themselves. I'm going to hook you up with my cousin. I'm going to hook you up with my aunt. I'm going to hook you up with my auntie, my cousin, my uncle. You understand? Somebody on your mom's side of the family sent somebody toward you with the hopes of getting away with something that was going to make everybody rich or keep their money going. But you recognize this person had some demonic ways. They had some very selfish, cutting, no emotions, no emotional regulation or balance. This person was very narcissistic, and you kicked them out your energy because you don't deserve anyone like that. They were not expecting that from you. Okay. So if you had a bad relationship in the past, they were expecting you to react to this person the same way you might have in a relationship you could have been in a cycle in the past that you might have learned a lesson from early on and vowed to never repeat that mistake again. But a lot of times people think just because when you were younger, you made a mistake and had a child with a narcissist and stayed in a relationship past its expiration date, and they really dogged you out really bad. They think that for the rest of your life, those are the kind of relationships you want, or that you be willing. That's the gauge for what you're willing to accept. But they don't understand when you go through something like that early on in life, that's something you vow you will never allow again. And it's only up from there. Any other bad relationships are different lessons that you had to learn. You understand? But people that are not connected to their wisdom and foresight, that are not tapped in, they assume that you never grow. They assume, well, when you were 20 years old, he dogged you out and he dog walked you through the mud, man or woman, or she would just snatch your wallet, slap you, go sleep with your best man, and go spend all your money. And as long as she slept with you, you didn't care. Oh, so why isn't that good enough for you now? Go ahead, you can date them. Go ahead, date them. They'll let you do whatever they want. You can get away with whatever you want. All they're gonna do is sit there and cry. All they're gonna do is sit there and take you back. And somebody was basing something off of maybe a bad experience or relationship that you might have had when you were much younger, even before your frontal lobe was fully developed. When you were younger. You understand? But we grow, we learn. Those are lessons. And when we learn them, we don't repeat them. We set the bar. Oh, never again. Once you get out the clutches of any narcissistic woman or man, hopefully if you learned the lesson that you needed, you will never, you set the bar way above them. You would never go back to that gremlin energy. So somebody's in a mental, they were in a mental imprisonment about your past. I can't make it up. The Six of Cups is talking about the past. Somebody was in a mental imprisonment about a very bad relationship you were probably in before your frontal lobe was fully developed. And they were going off of that, thinking you'll go for anything just because someone may have dogged you out in the past. And that's the dumbest way anybody can ever think. And they sent a narcissist toward you. And that narcissist was a part of a Bonnie and Clyde act with that Queen of Wands reverse. And they thought that they were going to run circles all around you. So in other words, say you were in a relationship when you were much younger and you didn't know the game. Of course, why would you know the game if if your frontal lobe isn't fully developed and you're very young and all your experiences are brand new to you? Okay. I heard, I was watching this podcast and a woman had this pastor that they were talking about. They were talking about his commentary, his sermon, and they were using his sermon as a talking point. The person I was watching, and the pastor, they showed a clip of him, and he said, "Fellas, you're having a hard time finding a woman, and what you need to do." It was an older pastor. He might have been about 50, 60 years old. He said, "Y'all want to know how I got my wife to marry me? I married her when she was young enough to where she didn't know any better. She didn't know any better than to marry me. Because if you marry a woman your own age, or if you marry a woman past this age right here, they're going to know better than to marry you. You got to get them before they know better. And this was a pastor that was just advising men. You got to marry them and get them and tie them down before and have babies with them before they know any better. You understand? So whoever you are, like I said, if this person knew that you were in a relationship before your frontal lobe was fully developed and you were younger and you just didn't know any better, so you didn't know the games that they were running on you and playing on you, that was your way of learning every single game that they were running and playing on you, every mental manipulation tactic. So if you were the type, what am I doing wrong? Why did you stop loving me? Why don't you come home at night? Why don't you, and to keep calling and calling or chasing and chasing, like why you're not the same person. Y'all know that Pimpology 101. If you put a woman on a pedestal, and this is for men and women, if you love, in other words, if you love bomb somebody, a man or a woman, for 1 month is all it takes. You're going to get at least 7 to 10 years out of them chasing you, trying to get that energy back, trying to figure out what they did wrong, trying to get them back. And a lot of you at a young age got into a cycle because you didn't know the game yet. Okay. Somebody was basing who they sent toward you years later off of you being a very, very young man or woman and not knowing the game yet and how you reacted, thinking, why don't you call me? I don't understand. You're not coming home anymore. Why are you so cold to me? Why won't you talk to me? Or some mess like that. But you learned your lesson in your youth. You learned that lesson already. You learned that lesson because you were young and you grew. Growth. You grew. You even can go back and laugh at yourself and laugh at, oh my God, I was crying over who? Ew, gross. A gremlin. Let me go vomit in my toilet. Gross. yuck, ill. I don't even believe, oh my God, I hope they don't have no more pictures of us together. You might be in that energy today because you look at yourself when you're younger, 18, 19, 17, 16. Child, you ain't the same person. And had you had the wisdom that you have today, back then, but that's God's beautiful plan of how we learn and grow. But had you had the same wisdom in the mind you have today back then, that's not somebody that would have ever had an opportunity or a chance to even get a whiff of you, man or woman. You would have never talked to that person. You understand? They're beneath you. Okay. So whoever that person is, you didn't give them the reaction they expected. They expected you to react to this narcissist the way you might have reacted when you were 17 or 20 or 21 or 22. You didn't know any better. You understand? So that is the reason why, because they're not that smart and they discounted your growth, they were unable to obtain whatever they were trying to steal from you. And that might have been their final con, that narcissist they sent toward you. And now they want your forgiveness because they're about to be homeless. Tell me more about this rich lady energy. What's going on with her? Yeah, you had clarity. You had perfect clarity. And you could see transparency, the sun. You can see straight through any of these goofy energies. Now you're a fully grown man or fully grown woman. Can't nobody trick you. That cycle ended for you. That cycle ended a long time ago for you. The World card. You learned that lesson. All right, and now, what's going on with this Nine of Pentacles reverse? They're about to be homeless. The Nine of Pentacles reverse. They might be getting divorced too. Okay, they might be getting divorced. Whoever this person on your mom's side of the family is that did this to you, they hired some kind of Bonnie and Clyde couple to catfish you and to try to pull you into some drama. And it's almost some energy where, say, if you're a woman, that was his advisor on what to say. She would be coaching the man. Or if you're a man, they were doing this too. It would be a man coaching this woman on what to say and do to you to get at you. You understand? So whoever this person was, it would be like, now that the mask fell off and they know who you are, ghost them and refuse to speak to them again until they give you some money. Like that, some energy like that going on here. And then they ghost you, and then they wait for you to reach out to them and ask, hey, you disappeared. What happened? But they never got the reach out. They were like, hey, what happened? They didn't contact. Just wait. Don't worry. They will. Did you put it on them like I told you to? Yeah, I did. You sure? Because a month then went by and after, it shouldn't, something must be wrong. Check your phone again. Check their phone number. Just call and hang up real fast. These people, you already know the game. That's something you might pull with an 18-year-old baby, an 18-year-old baby boy or baby girl that really don't know. They're still sexually learning their body and themselves, that don't yet completely understand. Child, you can completely satisfy yourself by yourself. You don't need another person. These are games that you play on someone. I hate to say a child, but an 18-year-old is a child. It is a baby. I don't care what you say. Okay. So it's a thing where if something like that would have worked on you because you were in a relationship with someone and you were having sex and then they suddenly ghost you. Hey, what happened? I don't understand. Why you didn't even, what's going on? But if you try that on a grown man or a grown woman years later, they're going to pick up on it instantly and be like, oh, okay, bye. Bye next. They're not going to think about you again. They're just going to instantly release you. So it's like a thing where somebody might have ghosted you in the past, and then they waited for you to reach back out to them. And you never reached back. You just kept it moving. This person might have kept checking their phone. Well, I don't understand. Did they have an orgasm when you had sex? I mean, did you make it good? Because these are idiots. These are dum-dums. These are literally dum-dums that use old pimpology 101 games that you run on people that are very, very young and don't know yet, that don't know no better. And they might have tried to use that. Maybe if this happened a few years ago, And you might have just been like, y'all stupid. Bye. Bye. Y'all are stupid. You know, whoever you are, these people kept watching you. They kept watching and waiting. Well, hold on now. A whole year that went by and you ain't heard from her. Something must be wrong. She must be with somebody else. Okay? Whatever happened, this person on your mom's side of the family set you up. They set you up with a karmic couple that was, and they assured this karmic couple that this was going to work on you. They promised them it was going to work on you because it worked, because they saw you hurt when you were younger. Whoever this person on your mom's side of the family is, man or woman, they knew that you were hurt when you were younger, and they probably were secretly happy. They probably were secretly happy when you were younger that you were hurt when you were younger. So they were like, all you have to do is this. Trust me, I know, because it worked. I remember they stayed in the room for a whole week crying or this, that when they were younger. Child. Either way, these people waited for a reaction. Right now, somebody might be dealing with the fates. Okay, the fates are at play. Okay, what is the Seven of Pentacles? They might just be watching you and hoping for forgiveness. Oh, that's an Aquarius. The Emperor reverse might be an Aquarius energy. Someone could have Aquarius or Aries in their chart. Right now, these people, they might still just be watching you. Okay, they're fighting with this person because this person is like, I don't want to have to work. I wanted the soft life. Somebody, man or woman, really, really wanted the soft life. This Page of Pentacles is speaking to this work energy right here. This person thought that they were going to be able to pull a con off. Somebody older might have coached them, possibly Aries or Aquarius. An older person might have coached them or been helping them with this because they wanted to come up off of your hard-earned money, your work, your energy. Okay, they're fighting. So that's what's going on. Whoever this person in your family is that wants your forgiveness, they're fighting right now with whoever this older person is. They could have Aries or Aquarius in their chart, but that's who they're fighting with because they're going to have to get a job now and work. And they're not young anymore. They're an older person. They're like, no, I spent years planning this so that I would be able to retire young or for other people's energy and or for causing misfortune for others, and only to find out you're going to have to start all the way at the bottom. Can you imagine the devil being able to fool you so good that he take you on a 15-year hiatus and a mission that's going to land you a soft life, only to find out that you get hit in the face with something and like you got hit in the face with a sack of nickels. And now the person that you thought you were going to get the soft life from drops you like a bag because it was a shallow relationship or marriage from the jump. And they only wanted you for your looks, but you done got hit in the face with a sack of nickels now. And on top of that, you're past the age of 28, let's say. No, we're talking about men here. You're past the age of 25. Okay. And now you're a little bit older. You know, you're now you have actually aged, and God forbid you're 40 years old. God forbid you're 40 years old and you planned for the soft life, and all of your investments, all the time you invested was around planning to steal other people's energy, beauty, and charisma and things to obtain the soft life. You didn't invest in a real career or anything. And now you're over 40 when you're supposed to bear the fruit of your labor, and everything falls to the ground for you, literally. You did it to the wrong person. Everything falls to the ground and you have to start all over again. Only you can't utilize your youth anymore because you can't get your time back. So somebody right now is past what they call your prime, and they can't even pull any of those type of cons right now. Okay. And they wasted their entire youth conning and planning around your energy and around you, how they were going to use you to get some kind of soft life, man or woman. And this is someone on your mom's side of the family. Okay. They couldn't put you in an illusion in any kind of relationship with a false person. They're fighting with an older member. Well, I don't know if that's a member of your family, but they're fighting with there's someone older that was coaching them. And right now, yeah, the Eight of Pentacles reverse. Work. That's it. This person's going to have to get a job and work. All right, let's pull these cards. Man. Take your time, young man. Don't you rush to get old. Do. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing take your time, young man. Somebody might have a history of physical abuse or assault. Somebody might need to take their time in choosing a mate. Somebody might need to be very careful. Somebody might need to invest wisely. Somebody might need to watch somebody for a little while before they get married and tie the knot. Somebody might need to really get to know somebody good and watch them very carefully before they tie the knot, man or woman. All right, what are the messages? Yeah, when the root chakra is off, you know, it can mean that we operate out of fear. Fear that others won't like us. Fear meaning insecurity is a form of fear. All these fears lead to greed. And it leads to temptation of causing misfortune for others. And it's grounded in your root chakra. That's the main message here. And we have to heal our fear. Fear is not always the boogeyman. Sometimes the boogeyman is our self-esteem in wanting to be a people pleaser or wanting people to love us or to like us, or just insecurities that we can't attract people or money or things that we like in life. This was an opportunity. Okay. Someone might have been presented with an opportunity by someone in the government. This was a relationship that was only meant for one season of your life. The spirit wants you to move forward to your next lesson. So this is about a relationship that you may have had for a season of your life, but you're being guided to move forward to your next lesson. Someone might have presented someone with some kind of opportunity to work in the government or with someone that works in the government. Somebody might have a mental disability, and somebody is getting ready to be moved. That could be their physical location. That could be their physical location, or their something's going to change for somebody, and it's by divine guidance. So someone's logistics are about to change. They're about to get a message. Okay, so somebody's logistics are about to change, and they're about to get a message. Excuse me, I had dropped some cards here. Somebody's logistics are getting ready to change. Maybe someone got a job in the government that they might have seen as an opportunity. Okay. Their spiritual abilities come from demons and spell work. Okay. I don't like where this is going. This is an apology. So someone may want to apologize to you because they took a job with someone in the government utilizing their spiritual abilities that came from spell work and demons, or someone in the government offered them a job doing something. And right now, these two are cursing each other out. Ciao. Somebody is cussing each other out right now. And they want to talk about a place. Ooh, when I think of home, I think of a place. First and foremost, tell me about this opportunity and government official. What was this opportunity and government official? What was this opportunity? The other one. Okay. What was this opportunity with this government official? Can you tell me a little bit What was this opportunity with this government official? Okay. Someone might be working computers. The Hermit could be Virgo energy. It could be someone that could work with information, a researcher, computer. Yeah, it does have to do with work. So this could be call center work, or this could mean someone had access to some kind of information is what I'm getting. I feel like somebody was working for the government as a hermit. So this means someone had access to something having to do with the government, a researcher. Maybe they research things, Social Security Administration, VA administration. That's not all. Maybe they work for the CIA, the police department, the school system, the school board. This could even be social services, any aspect. This was a government job where someone had access to a lot of people's personal information with that hermit energy. Okay. And they took very quick action to do something. What did they do? What did this person do? Uh-oh. The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody got bad karma for what they did. Okay. They might have. Okay. So somebody had some kind of connection with, did something to try to make you lose your stability with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. They got somebody got somebody that works in the government that has access to everybody's information. And this is a partner, someone that they know, like an ally or somebody that they give and take from. Like, girl, I know you're not supposed to, but can you look up, can you hack into or look into this person's phone real quick? Or can you look up this person and see who's listed on their housing, or see, it's some energy like that. And someone did something that they might have gotten really bad karma for because it was supposed to affect your stability. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. An Emperor energy. This could be a boss or a supervisor or an Aries. Okay. So somebody, a Ten of Pentacles. This might be the person that worked for a government institution. Okay. There might be an Aquarius here. So somebody pulled their energy back from somebody now that gave them something to try to make you homeless. Because someone found out something that got illuminated. And they're expecting to get very bad karma for it now. So what I'm getting here, I have Aries energy. That's not a Virgo. That's someone that has access to a lot of information in the government. That Hermit energy is someone with the Page of Pentacles. That's work. That's someone that had access to people's personal information in the government that did something very quickly with someone they have a connection to try to cause you to be homeless with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. There might be an Aries and Aquarius involved. It might be, or a boss figure that might have worked for the government with the Ten of Pentacles here. And now they're expecting it to be exposed and come out in the public, whatever this is. And now they want to apologize. Okay. And they're cursing each other out. So who are these two? And somebody has a mental disability. They got a mental disability. All of them do. So who is this person that wants to apologize? Who is this person that wants to apologize? Somebody that planned this, that can't move to calmer waters. Holy Divine Spirit, who is this person that wants to apologize? Who is this energy that wants to apologize? Somebody that missed an opportunity to make you homeless. A narcissist with a mental illness that tried to cause a tower to make you homeless. Okay, so whatever they did in the government, whatever these people did in the government, whatever they got somebody to do in the government, they also paid someone to try to make you homeless. Okay? Because they have broken thinking and a mental illness, a mental disability. And now they're having an ego death. Who is this King of Swords reverse energy? clarify this King of Swords reverse energy. Somebody probably said you were mentally ill on something, on some paperwork. This could be the government, the court system. Okay. Oh, they couldn't get away with it. You didn't end up homeless. Yeah. Okay. Got it. So they got somebody. An emperor could be a judge, a boss, someone in charge in a court system. This could be an administration of the government or a court system. But they said that they said you had a mental disability. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Well, they do too. They said you had a mental disability, and they still have a mental disability to do something like this. So they said that you had a mental disability, and they created some kind of an illusion saying you had a mental disability. And then someone that they give work to sometime to do things, they got that person to try to do something to make you homeless. Okay. And I did see the Queen of Wands reverse and the King of Swords. So it might be like a Bonnie and Clyde couple type thing here that I was talking about in the beginning of the reading. They were hired to make you homeless. They were hired to set you up so that you would become homeless, so that whatever they did in the government about saying you had a mental disability, they could get away with it. But you're the Empress, and they couldn't get away with it. The Seven of Swords reverse. And that information is about to come out, and they want your forgiveness. Child, please. I have one question. Did anybody call you on your phone, text message you, email you, knock at your door, drop a note in your mailbox? Because they know all your points of contact since they've been stalking and trying to set you up. Did anyone contact you all prior to this information that's about to come out through the courts? Come out with this information and ask for your forgiveness? Did anybody ask for your forgiveness prior to the information being forced out by the hand of God? Okay, so it doesn't sound or feel like a genuine apology here. It sounds like this information is coming out whether I want it to or not. And because that information is coming out whether I want it to or not, and I couldn't get rid of you fast enough, I would like to apologize. Smack. Cowards. See, a real apology would be a person coming to you without being forced, when it's not going to be found out, when it's going to be kept a secret. A real apology would be, you know what, no one was ever going to find out about this, but it weighs heavily on my heart and my conscience that what we did to you was wrong. Whether this comes out or not, I want you to know, because I want true repentance. And I bet you, some of y'all, with the heart that you have, if there was no way you would have ever found out about this, and it came out and the person came to you and you didn't have any information, and they volunteered it and asked for forgiveness, you might even forgive them. You might accept that person's forgiveness, because it was genuine from the heart, and they didn't have to come out and tell because nobody had evidence on them. So this is not a real apology. It's about to come out. So let me jump on the bandwagon and see if I can make things right with you real fast. Who's cursing each other out? Whoever this person is, their spiritual abilities come from spell work and demons. And they're guided to sell and never return. They're about to be divinely moved out of your life forever. Okay? This relationship, so this could even be a family relationship or whatever, but whatever kind of relationship this was, it could have been a family relationship. The person that helped them do this. You're about to get an incoming message, okay, about this. Who's cursing each other out? Who's cursing each other out? Somebody that was trying to hold somebody back, that backstabbed and betrayed you. All right, so this might be someone that have catfished you, okay, that wants to avoid a tower. Okay, so there's somebody that wants to avoid a tower that backstabbed and betrayed you. Most likely that the love in the reverse has to do with the partnership that someone had whoever this government official is that made an offer to an acquaintance of theirs that they have a give and take with, that's who catfished you. They know that person. And that's the person that with their partner here was catfishing you while their partner was guiding them on how to play mind games with you to put you in panic mode and be begging on your knees. Why'd you ghost me? Call me back. Where'd you go? What happened? I don't understand. What did I do wrong? Was it something I said? That was the energy someone wanted you to be in. But in actuality, you ghosted the whole situation. I feel like whoever you are, you already picked up this was a narcissist and was about to exit the situation. But you're wise. You're wise, because not yesterday, it's the weekend. Last week, I picked up on somebody that did something here. It was a thing where it's something about the way you let somebody go. You have a way of letting somebody go because you might have had past bad reactions. You have very potent energy. Your energy gets people high. People get high off your energy. Like they actually get a high, a dopamine hit. It feels like they feel like they're walking on cloud 9, sunshine. And when you rip your energy from someone, and a lot of times this is what happens when you see someone suddenly unalive their partner, because they told them, they ripped the cord. They ripped the cord and said, hey, I don't want to be with you no more. What do you mean? You mean from as of right now, this very moment, I'm not going to have any more access to you. You just cut me off just like that. Just that when I'm used to being with you, having sex with you, spending time with you, being able to come see you whenever I want, and you're just going to cut me off like that? You understand? You might have had bad past experiences when you cut people off cold turkey from your energy, where it's a bad reaction. People could react violently, physically, or even stalk you, or try to bum rush your home, or harass you, or just rain insults on you, or whatever. But when you you might have had past experiences in your life where you know that when someone has been engulfed in your energy and you let them go, it has to be done a certain way to protect your life. Whoever you are, and unless you have the ability to move, get rid of your phone, get a new job, and just relocate, then that's different. But if you're living in a location, working at a job, and it's not easy for you to relocate, move, take your children out of school, and do things like that, and you can't just leave, you understand that you have to be careful about the way you end relationships or connections that you have with people that become dependent on your energy. Okay. So you might have a way of ending connections. Like I suggested at the end of one of my prayers last week, if you are the type of person that has always had really, really bad reactions and people go into withdrawal and go crazy, when you cut them off from your energy cold turkey, one thing you can do is just first start off by, oh yeah, you can still come around, but yeah, I'm not going to be having sex with you anymore. I'm a baby Christian, and I'm going to not have sex again until I'm married. Child, and you could be making it up. It don't matter. No offense to Christians or baby Christians, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just saying, just as a tool for separating them. Like, oh yeah, you can come still see me, but I can't have, because you can't move. I can't, no, we can't have sex no more. No, I'm sorry, no, we can't have sex no more. Yeah, I know. But we can still be friends. We'll still be cool. Come around. We'll watch a movie, hang out, kick it. But no, we can't have sex. I'm a baby Christian, and I'm just too convicted by God right now. Naturally, that's going to start creating a separation in the bond. And they already in their head like, bitch, you full of shit. Bitch, you full of shit. but you know what? That's cool. We can still. Nah, I ain't taking it personally. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, I'll still come by. I'll still come see you. You know, while they naturally start, it separates the energy and it weans them away from you. And whoever else is in that energy they've been dealing with or whatever they've been doing, naturally, they're gonna gravitate and float away from you and more toward that person. And then eventually, that person's gonna ghost you. And when they ghost you, you make a run for the hills. Put as much distance between you and that person as you can. Meaning, if you can't physically relocate, what you do is when they come back around to you, hey, I'm in the area. I'm about to stop. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hadn't heard from you in such a long time. I'm engaged. I got married to somebody. I was, or I'm seeing somebody right now and it's serious and he don't want me talking to nobody else, but you see what I did there? That's, if you can't relocate and you got that type of energy that you can't cut somebody off cold turkey, you just, because they might get petty and do something stupid to your car or your property or something crazy. You started off by just cutting all the sex off, but don't cut them off cold turkey to your energy. They'll naturally, when you stop having sex with them, move away from you. So whoever you are, however you got this person to separate from your energy, at some point this person, you picked up that they were a narcissist and that they was on some bullshit, and they cut you off. But you probably already knew they were going to do that because that was your plan. Even though that was their plan, that was also your plan. Even because you're intuitive, and you're like, I'm gonna cut this motherfucker off. Even though that was their plan, it was also your plan. So because you already could sense that they were being coached by another energy, because you could tell, because they might not have they might not be intelligent enough to come up with certain things on their own. And somebody's coaching you. Okay, I see. All right. I see. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick funny story because that's what we come here for, entertainment and the funny stories and the lessons. I was dating somebody one time that I was seeing for a little while. That it didn't even, when I realized it couldn't go nowhere, I let them go. But I'm gonna tell you, I could pick up in people's energy who they make contact with, when they make contact, and how that person is influencing them. Whenever that person comes around me, anybody comes around me, I know who you've talked to. Even if I don't know the person, I can pick up on their energy by the person that's in front of me. And this person was from another country. Okay. This person is not from America, and they have an accent, and they use certain words a certain way and talk a certain way. So when they came around me one day trying to use slang and trying to sound like the people that they were around, I instantly picked up the energy of the person they was around, because that's not how I know that's not how you talk. You don't use words and put these type words together. You don't do that. Like, hey, what you doing? Nothing, just riding around, just riding with friend, chilling. And what the hell? I was like, oh Lord, somebody is in the background telling this fool word for word exactly what to say, because this fool do not talk like this, but not for anybody that's intuitive. And you don't have to be from another country or have an accent. People's energy, and when they're being themselves, and when somebody is coaching them or they're imitating another person's energy, right? And they're like, no, you don't say it like that. You talking to a woman like that, you got to take charge. It's like somebody comes in another person's energy sometime. Like, no, from now on, that's somebody else's energy. That's not who they are. They're saying what somebody else told them to say. So with this person, I just was like, oh my God, I know exactly who they've been around. I can tell by the words they're using. No, just chilling, riding in car, just doing nothing. Like trying to imitate like how certain people talk. You got it? trying to imitate how certain other people talk. And you're like, you don't talk like that. That's not how you talk. You speak with the accent, and even when you're speaking English, I know how you put words together. Those words, the way you're putting them together, I know exactly who you're imitating. And I know exactly whose mannerisms you're imitating because you pick up the energy of the people you're around. You understand? So whoever you are, you may have picked up things about this person that you did not like and already made up your mind, okay, I'm going to have to cut them off because they got somebody coaching them on how to play mental manipulation games, and they're not good at it at all. They sound ridiculous, but I see they're stuck on stupid right now. So I have to get them to ghost me, so to speak. So this person may have ghosted you, but that might have been your plan the whole time. And whoever coached them to ghost you didn't know that you was on to them. And they were like, yes, you did it. Now just wait for them to call you. And you might have blocked their number, changed your phone number, and done everything you had to do. And please stay gone. Please stay gone long enough for you. By the time you come back around, I'm going to just say I'm in a relationship. I'm going to just say that I'm married. I'm going to just say, you know what I mean? Because by them ghosting you and being gone for a certain amount of time, listen to me, what's going on energetically. Whatever that strong energetic bond was between you and them, that could have caused, if you just cut them off cold turkey, it could have caused some type of reaction. That when they ghost you, that gives time for the energy to die down and to loosen, die down and loosen during that ghosting time. So now when they find out they can't come back into your energy, they can't react because they've been gone a long time. And it's not like a withdrawal thing. They don't snap and go into withdrawal and do something crazy to you. You understand? Because the energy has dissipated during the ghosting time. And that gave enough time that they can't like just snap on you because they've already been gone for a period of time. And then when they come back around, no entrance, no access. You understand? You have to be careful out here. They be telling, especially women, they be telling women nowadays, if you think that you got catfished by a narcissistic psychopath, if you can't relocate and change your number and move, you have to be very tactical in how you break up with some of these people or tell them they're not going to have any more access to you because some of these people might flip on you. Okay? All right. So these two people are cursing each other out right now. So this might be, if someone was paid to catfish you, they are cursing who out? I'm trying to see, are they cussing out the government official or are they cussing out the feminine that might have been coaching them on how to play childish mind games with you? Because they want to avoid a tower. So they're trying to avoid a disaster. Who is this person cursing out right now? Someone that they collaborated with, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Someone they collaborated with to try to get away with this. More specifically, who are they cursing out right now? Somebody that is very burdened. Okay, it might be, let me see. Someone that's stuck in a cycle. It's a lot of different energies here. Because one is a woman in someone's family that wanted to be the rich lady that set up a Bonnie and Clyde couple to come toward you along with a government official that did something in the system to say you had a mental disability. Okay. So they could be either cussing out your family member, they could be cussing out the government official, or they could be cursing out whoever their love partner was that they were doing this with. It's not someone's wish fulfillment to take action anymore. What do you mean? Clarify the Ace of Wands. It might have been their feminine counterpart that might have been coaching them. Yeah, the Knight. Okay, it is. So this might be the Queen of Wands reverse energy. She might have fire in her chart. Yeah. And she's crying because their partnership ended as well. Okay. Yeah. So they're cussing each other out right now about it. These two people are cursing each other out right now about this being over because this person never thought that you would find out the truth about how you were being set up by all these people. But whoever you are, you absolutely knew about everything that was coming out. And what's this page of swords? This could be talking about the information that's about to come out. Okay, about a mother figure that might be going to jail, or is in a mental imprisonment about going to jail. Oh wow, the person that someone is separating from. So this could be the Bonnie and Clyde couple, or this could be your family member that might be getting divorced and getting ready to go to jail. Who's the mother figure, or who's this Queen of Cups? Clarify, who's this Queen of Cups energy? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Clarify the Queen of Cups. Someone that might have gotten exposed or that moved forward. Someone's in a mental imprisonment because you move forward with some information. Oh, you move forward with some information. Oh, and it might have sparked an investigation. Ha! Okay, that's you. You move forward with some information that might have sparked an investigation. That's why the devil in reverse. Oh, okay. So you move forward with some information, or somebody moved forward with some information about you, and it sparked an investigation. And somebody might be in a mental imprisonment about going to jail, or they're going to jail. Okay. Someone could be an Aquarius. Someone might have Pisces in their chart. All right. And what do you want me to say about a place? Church. Okay, I opened the deck on church. This might have something to do with a church. Rental property. Is there a church that's like a rental property or something? In the city? Somebody might be in the city, or a church. It might have something to do with a church. A church in the city and homeless shelter. Is someone going to be staying at a church in the city in a homeless shelter? Astral plane. Oh, there might even be a church that might also have homeless shelter connected to it or something in the city. Tent, homeless and campless tent. Where I saw the astral realm, where people get together to do spell work or something. Astral project or something. At your home. So what I'm getting is there might be people at a church. There have been a lot of churches this past year in 2024 that got struck by lightning and burned down to the ground in several places. Because a lot of churches nowadays are really havens for witchcraft, where they're really set up to come up in there in the basement or in the church, and they're doing witchcraft. And that's just the truth. A lot of older churches too. That's what a lot of priests are doing. They're doing witchcraft in these churches. And I've seen about 4 churches that were struck by lightning. That ain't no coincidence. And burned all the way to the ground in the Northeast states and in the Southeast states. That ain't no coincidence. A storm hits and the only thing that burns to the ground is a church, and that got hit by lightning. Okay. Okay. Anything else about a place here? Oh. DMV tag office, hotel, motel worker, a barn. Tell me about this church, homeless shelter energy. Tell me about this church. To win at all costs. Yeah. The 5 of Swords. Yeah, these people were using a church to do spell work, and they're moving to calmer waters now. These people were doing spell work in a church. They might be recruiting homeless people. It got illuminated. There's a church that might operate a homeless shelter or something close to a homeless encampment tent, or a homeless encampment in or around a dumpster, where they might use homeless people to do spell work. And this got illuminated. And what else? It got illuminated, and they're moving on to calmer waters. They can't operate anymore, whatever this church is. This church has very bad karma. Okay, where? And they were astral projecting to your home. So they might have been using this church to do ceremonies in which they were astral projecting to your home. Fort Moore military base, Fort Moore, Georgia. I have Utah. I have both Utah and Fort Moore, Georgia. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? I heard something about Utah before, and some kind of church where they're giving food to the homeless, but they're putting spell work over the food and doing other things in Utah. Why am I not surprised? Are there any other places? Thailand. I got Thailand and Gabon. I think Thailand is having an earthquake or a flood right now or something. But I have Thailand. Telling you these institutions ain't what people think. I have Virginia or VA in Africa. Someone might be in the VA overseas, England, Dubai, Venezuela. Is there any other places? New Mexico. Oh, okay. Jamaica and New Mexico. A plumber or HVAC worker. Someone might be a plumber or HVAC worker in New Mexico, or there might be a Jamaican plumber or HVAC worker. Hawaii, Colorado. Were there any other locations that you want me to talk about? Locations or countries or races? Woo, Britain. Okay. Britain. Nevada and California are next to each other. California and Nevada. Yeah, Nevada. Nevada. Okay. Nevada. Wyoming sliding right on out. Wyoming and Gabon. Someone might be from Gabon that might have been over this in Wyoming. Someone from Gabon, West Africa. Gabon is a country in West Africa. Well, part of it anyway. Part of it is Central Africa, actually. I think it borders Cameroon. From a Caribbean island, that might be Jamaica, okay? And the Congo. Yeah, these are people that might have been over some of these churches where they might have been doing rituals to astral project to people's homes. Someone is North America. Someone is from Senegal that's in North America that had one of these churches. Someone is Japanese or from Japan. Someone is from Saudi Arabia. Yeah, we all know. It's a whole occult, these occult rings. Central Africa, Trinidad, Tobago. Central Africa, we already got Congo, okay? Unless they're talking about Togo, Benin. I can't make it up. Somebody that might be from Togo or Benin or Congo was a part of this. That's Central African. Venezuela. Okay. I don't got to pull them all out for you all. They've been using a lot of churches and a lot of homeless people to do rituals and to astral project to y'all. Yes, they have. Child, we know what it is. Someone might be from the DMV or Virginia. What do you want me to know about this hotel or motel worker or a hotel or motel? What about this hotel? Somebody can't move forward. Okay, they were doing it at a hotel too. Well, we know that. That's okay, but they couldn't backstab and betray someone. Yeah, these people were meeting up at churches. These people were meeting up at churches that operate homeless shelters. They were meeting up at hotels and motels doing rituals so that they could astral project to your home. So somebody was doing the absolute most. Holy Spirit, y'all know I'm not about to clarify all that right now. Tell me about this incoming message. Tell me about this incoming message so we can bring this to a close. Ah. All right. So this is the coup de grace. This is your family member. Or, yeah, family member on your mother's side. This could be a Libra on your mom's side of the family, or any sign. It does not have to be man or woman. Somebody on your mom's side of the family, that's who the message is coming from, because they're going into poverty. The Five of Pentacles reverse, and they wanted to be rich. This person wanted to be rich at anyone's expense. They didn't care if you hurt. They didn't care if you died. They didn't care if you were in sadness. They didn't care. They were not remorseful. And they what is it they want from you? Your forgiveness? Clarify, Holy Spirit. The Empress reverse could be a man or a woman that has not learned their lessons and cycles in one or more of the aspects of their character they need development in to become a well-rounded, fully grown man or woman, an empress or an emperor. Okay. What do they? I can't make it up. They want to apologize, but it's a lie. There it is. Look at that, y'all. They want to apologize, but it's a lie. The Page of Cups. I couldn't get away with it, and the information's about to come out. The Page of Swords reverse. It's a lie. They full of it. They full of shit. The Page of Swords reverse. They want to apologize. It's a lie, because they want to let something go only because they could not backstab and betray you. So there you go. And because you're still balanced, and they're going to contact you to give you a message about this. Child, what did I say last week? I know all of us are different. I forgive everybody. Me personally, I forgive everybody, because you're not about to keep me in no mental imprisonment and have me haunted. I'm going to pull a final card. You're not about to haunt me for the rest of my life with what y'all have done to me, where I can't move forward and be light as a feather. No. I'm going to be light as a feather, and I'm going to float my butterfly ass up out of here. I'm going to stay light as a feather, and I'm going to stay in high spirited, because to not forgive is going to put you into a mental imprisonment, because you're going to be holding on to the memories of all these evil things these people did to stay anchored in your energy and to force themselves on you constantly. And what we've been saying, I just want them to leave me alone, go away, get out my energy. To not forgive means to hold on to everything they did to you, and to keep that memory from escaping and hold on to that, you need a jail, and the jail is in your head, a mental imprisonment, and you need a guard. You need a guard to guard that memory, right? You need a guard there. Otherwise, it might get away from you. And as long as you're holding on to any anger or resentment for these people and what they did, you're not 100%. Your energy is not 100% free to live your life light as a feather and to move forward in complete happiness. Okay, there's going to be little tinges of anger and bitterness. I ain't saying they're not getting in trouble with the law, and I'm not saying that they are to ever speak to you again in life. What I'm saying is, if you don't forgive, there's going to be a part of you that is not going to be free. That's going to hold you back in some aspect of your life, whether it's in love, your finances, fully being able to enjoy all of the things that life has to offer you. We have to forgive so that that prisoner, that prison memory, or the prison memories of all the bad things they did, we don't have to stand guard. If we get rid of the guard, then we're free. We're light as a feather to move forward. I didn't say forget what they did. Absolutely. You're not going to forget nothing they did because they getting in trouble. And I didn't say they're not getting in trouble either. I didn't say they're not going to pay you back either. I didn't say that they're not going to have to pay for every single thing they did to you. I'm just saying, what do they say? To err is human, but to forgive is divine. You can forgive these people if you choose to. It'll make your heart light as a feather, and you won't have to keep rehashing it. But you never have to speak to or talk to them again. You're going to get justice in the legal system, and these people are going to deal with their karma as well. You can forgive them and not let them haunt you and haunt your dreams and haunt your spirit and weigh you down. To be light as a feather, you have to let it go. And I know that's a hard thing to do because, child, if I tell you what they did to me, child, I would spend the rest of my life, in anger, sitting at a bar, drinking, just constantly rehashing and talking over and over and over again about what they did to me, even after they in jail. Child, that's not light as a feather. Light as a feather is dropping any habits or anything that you might have picked up as a result, bad habits, thinking, eating, if you were trapped in your house, anything that you went through. As long as you don't forgive, you're going to hold on to all the energy from your coping mechanisms that you might have had to use that are connected to the pain that these people have caused you. When you release and let go and let God and forgive, the coping mechanisms are released as well. So if you had to sip wine, smoke cigarettes, or something that you did, or something you had to do, I don't know, whatever, as a result of whatever type of bondage these people had you in, and you want to release those things, you have to release them and all of the negative energy that they wanted to put on you. Whatever hooks that they had into your energy, you have to forgive them to let it go. And then you don't need a coping mechanism of any kind. It could be a eating habit you could have picked up, or maybe loss of appetite, or it could be a whole lot of different things, a certain way of thinking, whatever they are, any negative attachments associated as a coping mechanism for what these people were doing to you. You want to be able to move light as a feather and release every coping mechanism that you might have had to utilize just to make it another day. Be light as a feather and live your life the way God intended to. These people will all pay. So the ball is in your court. Okay? What is the final message, Holy Spirit? I ain't mad at you, pimp named 24K. I feel you. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. No, QUAN don't smoke weed, but I ain't mad at you. I feel you. I'm just saying that. I ain't mad at you. I feel you. It's been rough. For some of us, it's been real rough. Real rough. I don't believe it's 4 o'clock already. All right, Holy Spirit, give me 3 cards to end this reading. All right, yeah, so the end is they can't backstab and betray you. And somebody wants your forgiveness. They can have, well, I don't know about you, but I forgive everybody. Just don't you ever come around me again. Don't you ever speak to me again. Don't you bring your ass around here. Okay, so somebody that couldn't backstab and betray you, that orchestrated something against you is very sad. I'm sure you don't care, Empress. Okay, that wants to apologize and give you some information. Okay, well, that's it. That's it, and that's all. I'm Kuan Yin. This is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot, and I will be back in a few hours on Love of the Highest Vibration. All right, y'all have a great afternoon. What's left of it, anyway.